Hey everybody, it's Dave Jones. Tell another production story. This is the one I really want to tell you. It's about the time I met DMX for the first time. Yes, the rapper DMX. We ended up becoming pretty good friends, believe it or not. So I had a shoot with my buddy Kurt again. We were doing a thing for TNT, and DMX had just done a pool shooting tournament. I guess DMX is really good at pool, and wow, he was. And after the shoot, we just started talking with him, and Kurt told him I used to be in a band, and they started getting to know each other. And all DMX wanted to talk about was cars. He wanted to talk about music. So he brought me over and said, "This is my buddy Dave. He does Barrett Jackson, and he's really into cars." And next thing you know, DMX and I are talking for a half hour. The director started getting mad because we were wasting time on set, but we were talking cars. And at the end of the shoot, the DMX said, "Come on over," and he wanted me to get a picture with him, and Kurt got a picture with him as well. And then he says, "Meet me out front. I want to show you something." So we went outside in front of the hotel we were shooting at, the resort in Cave Creek, and he says, "This is my pride and joy." And he had a '69 Ford Galaxy. Now, that's a big car. I mean, it's not a car for everybody, but he had it just in perfect condition the way he wanted it. And him and I must have talked, seemed like all night, talked about his Ford Galaxy. And luckily for me, I'd grown up with several people that had them, driven one. My best friend in high school had one, drove one, worked many, many hours underneath the hood. So we had lots to talk about, and we had a great time. And towards the end of the night, he says, "You've been so great. Let me tell you a little story that happened to me. I think you'll enjoy this." And I'm going, "Oh boy, here we go." So he says, "I was back home, back east, and my ex-wife, she had her car serviced, and I was following her home from the repair place." And he goes, "This idiot," and he used a bunch of words I won't use on tape, but he goes, "He cut my wife off, and then she got mad and yelled at him, and then they left each other off, and I couldn't have it." He goes, "So I ran up there as fast as I could with my car, swerved at that guy. He swerved back. We were yelling, screaming, stopping on brakes. I chased him, and he started running, and it got really crazy." He described a chase like out of one of his movies. I don't know, but eventually they ended up in the projects. And the guy hopped out of his car, left the door open, and DMX gave him chase. And he came running after him and caught him in the elevator just as the door closed and opened it up, and he proceeded to put a beat down on him. That's his words, not mine. He said, and just messed the dude up and told him, "Don't you ever disrespect my wife again." And then the guy kind of goes, oh man, "I'm sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to, but hey, aren't you DMX?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." He says, "Dude, I know, but, you beat me up, you tore me up. I mean, at least, can you sign my hat?" And so DMX thought about it. "I don't have a pen. No, I'm not gonna do it." "Oh, I got one right here." And he had him sign his hat. And DMX goes, "That little jerk, he used that hat as evidence in me in court. So I was convicted and lost the case." He says, "So whatever you do, if you beat somebody up, don't give them an autograph."